raise your hands if you learned about learning styles and then you've recently learned that they've actually been debunked and you're really confused because you actually do prefer to learn in certain ways. Don't worry, friends, I've got you. I am here to talk all about learning styles and whether or not they're actually real. Hi friends, my name is Vanessa, and on this channel we help aspiring instructional designers and e-learning developers get off of the sidelines and get into the L&D game. And so today we're going to talk all about this hotly debated topic, learning styles. And I know you've probably learned about learning styles in some instructional design course or your master's program for instructional design, or you've, seen it debated on Instagram. Well, maybe on Instagram. I haven't seen it debated on Instagram yet, but on LinkedIn or Facebook, and you're confused because you didn't even realize that it was debunked. Totally understand. We all come from different places in learning and we're all at different stages in our learning. So let's talk about learning styles, right? So learning styles is something that was created many, many moons ago. And the idea is that everyone has a certain style of learning that they learn best, right? So for example, you could be a visual learner, or you could be an auditory learner, or you could be someone who prefers reading and writing, or someone that is more of a kinesthetic, like jump in, do type of learner. And so that acronym is actually called VARK. Probably one of my most hated words. Actually, no, I feel like milk is actually a most hated word of mine.
100% Cambodian, yeah.
But anyway, back to the program. So it is something that is so confusing, I think, for so many new instructional designers because one, it's still taught in so many master's programs and so many courses, and it's something that is almost drilled into you ever since you were a young kid. And I think it's confusing because you so often are you drill it into your head, or it's been drilled into your head that it becomes almost like a nature and you believe it, right? So that is actually not the truth. Right? You are all of those learners, right? It just really depends on the context, right? Or the content. And it depends on what it is that you're trying to learn. So for example, if I'm trying to learn how to do something, like make a casserole, let's say, right? I want to learn how to cook.
Hi, I'm Julia Child.
Well, I can't just watch a video on, it's not HGTV, it's Food Network, on Food Network, and all of a sudden I'm a master chef and I know how to make this casserole. No, I actually might want to watch it and then actually have a recipe, by my side as I'm making the casserole, but I actually need to do it and try and learn how to chop the onions, do you chop chicken? I don't know, diced chicken. I'm actually a really good cook as much as it doesn't seem it right now. I do actually cook pretty well. But anyway, as you cut up the chicken, and I don't know what else goes into casseroles, I don't eat them, but you know what I'm saying. It's not, I didn't just watch a video and all of a sudden I became a master chef. It's something that you practice and you learn, and you have to just kind of do in order to perfect that skill. And so for example, if you want to learn a language, well, you can't just learn a language also by reading it, right? That's one component of it, but you also need to listen, right? And practice saying the words and practice having a conversation. I mean, that's kind of just how it goes. So you're not, when people say that they are a visual learner, okay, cool. You're not. You actually are a learner that learns best by the way, the best way the content is taught. And you're a learner through being repetitive, right? And through learning different things over and over and over and practicing a skill. That's how you become that learner, and that's how you master a skill. So what I think that people are getting confused and where this debate gets super heated is learning style versus learning preference. And it is so easy to interchange style and preference and to mean preference when you say style. That's where I think people are actually debating, right? Or that's what people are actually really talking about. I think, and I don't want to say for all professionals, right? Because we all are coming from different areas in our expertise and our experience. But I think that all instructional designers that have been through, different programs and have been through work and have really dove in and done the work and are starting to learn know that they have to tailor the learning based on the content, right? And if you're going to, do a software training, you're not just going to have videos. Learners are not going to retain that, or you're not just going to narrate on the screen what they have to do. Learners have to practice and they have to do in order to remember, okay, this is how I send this document through a workflow, or this is how I process this, this payment or something like that, depending on what the software is. So I think that what learners are doing instructional designers are doing, and learners really, is that they're confusing their learning style with their learning preference. And I do believe that people have preferences, right? And again, this is also tailored to what I'm doing. So for example, if I am, trying to figure out how to do something in Excel, I'm going to go to Dr. Google and I'm going to, put in what it is that I'm trying to do. And sometimes, there will be a video that someone created and posted on YouTube. Hey, friends on YouTube. And it tells me how to do it, right? And I could either watch that video if I'm so inclined, or I could just scroll down and find a website or a blog or a forum where they step-by-step list out. For me, I go past the videos and I just go to the steps because I am like super impatient. So I just want to get in and just start doing it. And I don't want to wait to watch a video and try to sit there and figure it out. I think that video certainly has its place for some people that, or even for myself, when I still can't figure it out from the text instructions, then I can, mirror that with a video so I can see exactly what I'm supposed to be clicking on or what step I might be missing, or something that, sometimes you just bypassing what you should be clicking on the screen. So for me, in those instances, I just want to get in and, I want to read it and then do it. Or for example, and I know I've brought up this example in the past, like when I got my camera, I took that instruction manual. Tell me where it is right now. Ask me where it is right now. Couldn't tell you, sorry. But it's somewhere around here. But I took my manual, threw it to the side, and I just started playing around with the camera and just started testing it out and seeing what I could do. And for me, it was just a matter of probably impatience, but also I just kind of just get in there. And that's how I am with a lot of software. I just, instead of sitting down for the tutorial or the walk me's, I will just get in and start doing. And that's just how I prefer. I don't want to, I can basically figure a lot of things out. And that for me was it's just how I prefer, or what I prefer. And I know friends that have said to me, she's like, if you put in a video, I will not. Certain things, yes, of course, but if you're going to ask me for a quick reference card or a video, she's like, I'd prefer the quick reference card. It's just preference. So what do we do about that as instructional designers? Well, I think that as instructional designers, it's so important, and I touched on this earlier, is to hit content through multiple ways, right? So that it is something that the learner is practicing over and over again, or they have it when they need it, right? So for example, if you are, creating software training and you have, after your training, it's you're going to forget how to do 97% of the things that was in that initial training. But if you can create some sort of complement, like a quick reference card, or, a quick video on how to do certain key steps, and host that somewhere in a knowledge base or knowledge repository, then learners can go there and then they have the option. Do I want to watch the video, or do I want to watch the, read the quick reference card and just pull out the steps that I need? And it's truly up to them. But the nice thing is that they also have both, so that if they're still struggling after doing one of those things, then they have the other to assist them along the way. So I think that for this hotly debated topic, and let me tell you, it gets hot.
So hot right now
On LinkedIn on this topic. I mean, hundreds of comments when people post about learning styles. Oh my God. Sorry, just thinking about some of these hotly debated topics. I think that we need to stop thinking about learning styles as we are one of those things and then bring people along the way, right? When you see a post where someone's talking about learning styles, let's not like jump down their throat. Let's just say, hey, you know what? Actually, learning styles have been debunked. What I think that you're talking about, and you might just be swapping out the word or, mixing them up, is learning preferences. And in that case, you know what? I think that people do prefer to learn in certain ways depending on the topic. But I also think that there is a time and a place for all different types of learning. And it really just truly depends on the content. So for this debated topic, yes, learning styles are a no-go. They truly have been debunked. You do not learn in just one way, but you might prefer different learning methods depending on the content. And so, friends, I want you to, leave a comment down below and let me know what other hotly debated ID topics that you're interested in hearing my quick take on. And I am so excited to also share with you that we are hosting the very first ever Anchored in Learning Virtual Summit, September 9th and 10th. We are going to talk about rethinking compliance, rethinking culture, and rethinking learning and development. And if you're interested in registering for that, by the way, is free. Click the link down below for the registration page. Make sure you sign up. We're going to have a lot of really wonderful speakers, and we're really going to talk about how to actually rethink compliance, rethink culture, and rethink learning and development. And probably not talk about learning styles. Friends, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.